My name's Ben. If you don't know who I am, I've been studying abroad in Japan for the last year. I'm leaving Japan in 3 days, but before I leave, decided to take a trip to Hokkaido. More specifically, Jozankei, Hokkaido. A very snowy, pretty, and cold onsen town about an hour outside of Sapporo. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Good morning, everybody. It is Christmas. As of today, I technically only have 3 days left in Japan. I got really busy with packing and moving out. The YouTube stuff kind of fell to the wayside, but I did promise that I would make a video in Hokkaido, and that is what I'm doing. Currently, I am at Jozankei Onsen, which is about an hour outside of Sapporo by bus. I've been here for a day already, but today is Christmas, and I thought I'd bring you guys along for today's adventure. I have a really nice view right now, and honestly, I got really lucky with the hotel because this is a really popular place for people to come for Christmas. I don't know how it ranks on the famous onsen towns in Japan list, but I heard about it and thought it was really cute, and honestly, I just kind of wanted a chill weekend getaway kind of vibe. So right now I'm munching on some complimentary matcha and a little Anko red bean snack. That's my breakfast because I missed the breakfast buffet this morning. It's currently 0 degrees Celsius, but this town is so cute. You can totally smell the sulfur in the air. It's cute, it's super out of the way. It was honestly a bit of a pain to get to. It basically took as long to get from the airport to my hotel as it took to fly on a plane. So it was not the most easy travel. But here's a little map of where we're staying. So I'm staying at this hotel right here. And these are almost all different kind of hotel onsen combos. Almost every onsen here is paired with a hotel. Most of the time you'll find that they're kind of connected. So today I'm going to be heading to this onsen, Hokkaido Onsen. They also have what looks like a really yummy Indian restaurant there. So I'm excited to try it. And so this building right here is the onsen to my hotel. And that kind of little wooden section there is the outdoor area. Jozankei is also very famous for all of its kappa statues. Well, kappa in general are kind of one of the more famous of the Japanese mythological creatures. They're kind of like a duck, humanoid looking thing. And they really like to bathe in the onsens. Now up there on that hill is a really interesting temple that I went into yesterday, and they have a tunnel inside with 33 Canon images, and it's kind of like claustrophobic and warm and humid inside, but yeah, that was an interesting experience. Okay, so the bus straight up never came. But it's cold. It's real cold. So I'm gonna run back to the hotel and grab my beanie. We're saved. I am not a beanie wearer, but it is cold enough to warrant beanie use. Shout out to the homestay family for giving me this beautiful beanie. And shout out to the Osaka Blue Tions for being the best team in Japan. This is a foot bath with the onsen water. I just put on my hiking boots, so maybe for later in the evening. And then I think this is Mr. Jozan himself. Bro, look at Aurora though, that's crazy. It is really cool because you can like smell the sulfur as you walk around, and walk through a cloud of onsen mist, you totally get a nice whiff of sulfur. Oh my god, this is dangerous. Look at this little dude. That's gonna be me as soon as I catch this bus. Also, just for some background, I was really trying to go to this onsen yesterday, but the buses here basically run every hour, even though the maps sometimes say they run every half hour. So it's a real trick to catch the right bus. I think I've been in 5 onsens, maybe 4. A lot of time to think and reflect. A little bit of a pit stop in a quick gift shop. Oh, copper drop. Damn. Pretty cool, actually.
Thank you for using the
Wow, it's so pretty. Look, you can actually see some of the what looks like onsen water pouring out of the snow. This is the onsen for today. I'm gonna go in, take my time, and I will see you on the other side. That was a very pleasant onsen experience. Hokkaido Onsen. You could totally tell that they were like a natural onsen because I mean the whole onsen was covered in this bright orange mineral. Yeah, afterwards I had some Indian food, which is an interesting combination. Totono is a word I learned recently from my old RA Kuya, which is kind of the feeling of going into the sauna or into the onsen and then eating afterwards. Now, though, I wanted to go and take a look at the bridge. There's a really pretty red bridge here, so let's go check it out. Futami Park is where we are right now. I'm pretty sure this guy is the King Kappa. Look at this cute Emma. 幸せになりますように. To become happy. Can't read that. 必ずやりきる. 絶対諦めない. 俺ならできる. I don't know. I felt like I wanted a calm trip. You know, I could have come to Sapporo and gone to Niseko and gone skiing, but I've just been, I don't know, just enjoying my time, reflecting back on the time here. I'm thankful for a lot of things. Thankful for the experience, what I've learned about myself, the experience of creating these videos and the audience that I've managed to gain. When I started this in January, I had about 300 subscribers. Oh my god. It's like... Okay. When I got here in January, I had about 300 subscribers. If you go and look at my Instagram, on my story, I was posting every 100 subscribers, and I was really, really excited. And I still get excited. But, you know, my channel's called Osaka Ben. It's about my study abroad in Japan. So I'm also, you know, working on coming up with what I'm going to do next, because I'm still in the process of figuring that out. So pretty, though. Wow. It is seriously so slippery. Here we are. We've arrived at the bridge. Oh my god, it's like literally like straight ice.
hopefully they're hibernating. As always, gotta be careful of bears here, especially this year. The one year I come to Japan is when all the bear attacks happen. Well, taking my foot bath, it's a little more lukewarm than I had expected it to be. But just wanted to reflect a little bit on my time in Japan. I think it's been obviously very transformative. I think just the act of doing it alone teaches you so much about yourself, you know? I wouldn't trade it for anything. I wouldn't change anything about the way that I did it. I've made mistakes. There's things I wish I did, but I don't have any regrets in the end. If anything, it just leaves more for me to do when I eventually return. I want to keep practicing my Japanese, and I'll keep making YouTube videos related to Japan for a little bit after I get back, but, you know, at a certain point, you know, I'm not in Japan anymore. And that's kind of the sad reality of it. I've loved making videos through the highs and lows of it all. I'm really glad that I documented my experience, and I would encourage anybody who is considering studying abroad to do the same, to document your experience, whether you upload it for everybody to see or whether it's just for personal, you know, memories. I think documenting it is something that you will not regret. I still have a little bit of time left, like 72 hours, a little longer, but I'm going to be having one last dinner with Yoshin, lunch with my old RA Kuya. But I'm fully moved out of Yui. Yeah, my time in Japan is coming to an end. And I'm so glad that I stayed for a year, because if I had left in June, I feel like I would have missed out on so much. Obviously, there are a lot of people who don't have that choice. And if you have to leave, then what I would say is just make the most of it, right? One semester is still so much longer than, you know, a 2-3 week trip. So there's still plenty of time to really get to know people, make friends, learn Japanese. Anyways, I forgot a towel, and now my feet are wet. So I gotta figure out. This tub wasn't even worth getting in. It was like lukewarm. What is this? Is this hot? Nope, that's cold. Okay. Oh wow, it's really cold. I'll use my gloves. Just for reference, that's where the camera was on this rock right here. Okay. I will say the steam makes this foot bath look much more worth getting in than it was. All right, I made it back to the hotel room. It is Christmas, and while I have no Christmas festivities here nor presents, there is one tradition in Japan that is quite famous. And if you go back and watch the video I made a year ago of my last Christmas in America, I talked about it. It is the KFC Christmas tradition. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't get real KFC, but I think I got the next best alternative, and I wanted to try it on camera for you guys. We got KFC fried chicken flavored potato chips. The original chicken flavor. Kind of smells like it. All right, let's see. Oh, it's very odd. It tastes like the bread, like the peppered, like salted bread of the outside of the chicken. And the aftertaste is kind of the same. Only in Japan can you get KFC fried chicken flavored potato chips. They're very salty. Well, that is gonna be it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, leave a comment down below, ask me something, and I'll see you all in the next one.